guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be filming this video. It has officially been 6 months. It's been 6 months since my rhinoplasty.
And I feel amazing.
For those of you who don't already know and who are new to my channel, hello, my name is Selena. I've also done 2 other separate videos about my nose job, so I have the full experience where you can see pictures and literally go through everything with me. I talk about everything in a lot of detail. So that's part 1 of the rhinoplasty series that I've done. Part 2 of the rhinoplasty series is you coming along with me, where you can literally see myself getting my tampons taken out, my stitches taken out, getting my cast off, and my reaction to seeing my nose for the first time. So if you want to see those videos, which I really do recommend you see because I do go in a lot of detail and I answer a lot of questions along the way, then make sure to check up here because I'm going to have links to them. I'll also link them down below in the description box so you can have a look there. So I do really recommend that you go and watch those 2 videos first. It's just going to make everything a lot easier. If I don't answer the question you wanted to hear in this video, then make sure you check those 2 videos out because I probably answered it there. And by the way, all of these questions I've gathered from either my Instagram or my YouTube videos, so if you have any more questions, then feel free to leave them down below if I haven't answered them, and I'll try my best to reply to you. I've also had a lot of DMs regarding my nose job, and I do want to reply to everyone and I do try my best. However, a lot of the times the questions are very repetitive and I have answered them in the videos, so please, before you do that, make sure you watch those videos first because it's just going to make everything a lot easier for me and for you. Okay, so let's get into the video. This is my nose exactly 6 months after my surgery. I'll do a little like spin. So here is it from the front, obviously. This is it from both sides. And the reason, okay, maybe I should come a bit closer, I don't know. Hopefully you can see that well. So for those of you who don't know already, it does take 6 to 12 months for the final result of your nose job. And I'm pretty much exactly halfway through. There is a huge difference. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. But yeah, there's a huge difference from even last month. Like literally every month my nose is changing and it's getting smaller, the swelling is going. The doctor that I went with is Dr. Mohamed Dilber. I've talked about him in the previous 2 videos if you're interested in going to the same doctor as me. But now I'm gonna get my phone out and I'm gonna go through the questions that you guys sent me and I'm gonna answer as many as possible. So make sure you stay until the end of the video so that you can get, you know, the full first-hand experience from me. So let's begin. Question number 1 is your nose still hard? And it's not hard. I can feel every part of my nose. Typically what the doctors say is the first 3 months this part you will be, okay, wait. I worded that so bad. Okay, wait, so typically what the doctors say is the first 3 months you'll be able to feel this top part of your nose. After 6 months you'll be able to feel the middle part of your nose, and then up to a year later you will finally be able to feel the tip of your nose. And that is literally so true. That's exactly how I feel right now. I can still feel the tip of my nose, but there is definitely a lot of swelling still left here. And also I can feel it, like it's not numb anymore. I can actually feel the bone and it doesn't hurt either, unless I press it like really hard, but other than that it doesn't hurt. Okay, so another question that I got asked quite a lot is why did I get the surgery? And a lot of people said, oh, you don't need the surgery, your nose is fine. There are 2 reasons why people get a rhinoplasty. 1 is obviously for cosmetic reasons and 2 is for health reasons. A few years ago I actually got injured pretty bad with a golf bat. Me and my friend, we were playing golf and for some stupid reason I was standing right behind her and she smashed the golf club in my face, which caused my septum in the middle to collapse. So I would wake up in the middle of the night and I wouldn't be able to breathe, and it would be like the scariest thing ever, especially in the winter time. Tried using those nose plasters that you stick on your nose which kind of like pull your nostrils up, but I mean you can't live like that. Typically people have a bump on this part of the nose. I didn't have a bump on the top of my nose. I had a bump here on the side, which was basically my septum coming out from the side, if you know what I mean. This sounds so weird, and to be honest it really depended on the angle that you looked at me, because in real life my nose looked fine, as if nothing even happened until you felt my nose, but then on camera, or like for example like the camera I'm using now, or like when I take a picture on my phone, the lenses, like you could sometimes really see like the issue with my nose. So of course once my septum was straightened, the bump on the side of my nose had disappeared anyways. My nose was naturally straight. Even now my nose doesn't look much different to what it looked like before. So the changes are very minor, but they are huge changes for me because I can finally breathe, I can sleep peacefully once again. And of course we ended up giving my nose a little slope. It was straight before, but now it has a curve. So that's the reason that I got a rhinoplasty. Next question is if I had a closed or open rhinoplasty. My nose was cut here through the middle and it was dragged all the way up. Yes, I know, it sounds horrible, it sounds scary. So yes, it was an open rhinoplasty. But I mean, either way, closed or open, it doesn't really make much of a difference because you're under general anesthesia anyway. I don't actually know what the difference in recovery is from open rhinoplasty to closed rhinoplasty, but either way, like, you're not really going to be aware of what's happening. So to me, it didn't matter if it was a closed or open rhinoplasty. I just let my doctor analyze my nose and decide what's best for me. So he decided to go with an open rhinoplasty. How long after the procedure was I able to breathe? I feel like I could breathe while the tampons were inside because I had silicone ones. They weren't the cotton ones. So through the silicone tampons, there were holes which I guess you could breathe from. And I feel like if I had tried to breathe, I would still get air through. But on the 6th day after getting my nose done and getting everything taken out, I was able to breathe straight away. And if you watch my other video of me actually getting my tampons out, you would see I got like so emotional. I started crying a little bit, but yeah, that was the first time that I was able to breathe and see my nose, and it was just like so many emotions in one for me, and it was just, yeah. It was amazing. Like, even looking at myself in the mirror, I still look like myself. Usually you would hear like horror stories of people seeing their nose for the first time. They'll be like, oh my god, this looks horrible, or this is huge and it's ugly, it looks like a potato. But with me, it was the complete opposite. I was in love with my nose straight away. And it's quite funny because now looking back at the footage or just pictures that I had taken on the same day, compared to how my nose looks now, it looked huge. Like, it was so big and swollen, but to me it looked perfect. So the thing with this type of surgery is you really do need to give it time, and like I said, it's not going to be an overnight thing. You will need to be patient, and you will need to be mentally and physically prepared for what you're going to put yourself through. And you're not going to wake up the next morning after your surgery and be like, oh my god, like I have the perfect nose now. Like, no, it's going to take time. And yeah, you just have to be patient. That's the main thing. Just be patient and everything will come into place. As long as you've done your research properly and you know what you're putting yourself through, then you'll be perfectly fine. I feel like that was like a really long answer to that short question, but anyway. This is a good one. How did you know your surgeon was right for you? So here's an interesting story of how I actually found my surgeon. So I was scrolling through Facebook one day and I saw the most perfect nose come up on my feed, and I was like, oh my god, I need to find who this doctor is. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I looked through the photos and I was like, oh my god, I want to go to him. Like, all his work is perfect. And then I don't know what happened, but I lost the page and I didn't remember the name either, and I was like, oh my god, no, like what's this doctor's name? Like, I need to find him. A few months later I see his page pop up on my explore page on my Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, this is the video that I saw on Facebook, this is the same doctor. And I was like, oh my god, this is him. So then I looked through his page on Instagram and I was like, yep, this is meant to be, this is the doctor I'm gonna go with. And yeah, that's how it happened. I got in contact with them through DM, and then we moved on to WhatsApp. I did actually get another question which was asking how did I get in contact with the doctor. If you're a serious candidate for a rhinoplasty, then I definitely recommend contacting them through WhatsApp. You can find their details in their bio on their Instagram, and I'm pretty sure if you go onto their website or their Facebook page, they will have the details there as well. So yeah, through WhatsApp is definitely the best way to get in contact with the doctor. The next question is, where did I get it done? And I got it done in Istanbul, Turkey, in the hospital Acibadem. And like I said, the surgeon I went with is Dr. Muhammed Dilber. If you're interested in my surgeon, then I'll have his Instagram, his website, and everything that you need to know about him linked in the description box down below. So that's where you can check him out. The next question actually relates quite well. Someone said, I'm worried about getting my nose done in Turkey in case it gets botched. And to be honest with you, anywhere in the world that you go, you have the chance of getting botched, and that will only happen if you don't do your research properly. I spent a lot of time, and I'm talking months, maybe even years of doing research about, yeah, it was definitely years doing research about rhinoplasties. It will only get botched if you haven't done your research properly, if you don't know enough about the doctor. And to be fair, not always expensive places means that you will get a good result. Read the reviews, maybe watch YouTube videos like so. This is what I did. Like, this is also the reason I'm making this video again, because I know when I was doing research for my nose job, I was watching every single video that there is on YouTube, and it really helped me a lot. I found out things that I never knew were possible. Like, even in my first video, I mentioned some of the side effects that I had got from the anesthesia, which I had never heard anywhere before. So when it happened to me, I was kind of lost. I was confused. I was like, what the hell? Like, is this normal? Turkey is a place known for a lot of cosmetic tourism. They actually have the best medical technology that there is in the world. So yeah, I do recommend going to Turkey for any cosmetic procedures. They know exactly what they're doing. They're professionals, and also the price is good. So let me tell you like a quick story. I went on a consultation here in London, and they said £7,000 for a nose job, which is crazy. That's insane to me. And to be fair, I wouldn't even trust a British doctor, because people here, like, their genetics are already good. Like, they don't have that type of experience to be doing nose jobs on perfect noses, whereas countries in the Middle East, for example Turkey or Iran, Iraq, those type of countries, they are known for amazing cosmetic procedures because the genetics are different and they're used to working on noses. So if anything, I would recommend going to Turkey. How long after the surgery was I able to go out comfortably? So for me, I was going out the same day. Well, not the same day because I was in hospital, but for me, I was going out the next day after surgery. I did not care about what I looked like. Yeah, people in Turkey, like I said in the previous question, the cosmetic tourism is massive in Turkey. So people are used to seeing people with casts and that type of thing. Like, they know, like, obviously you'll get people looking at you, but it's nothing crazy. So yeah, I was going out pretty much straight away, but if you don't want to be seen like that, you can comfortably go out after the 10th or the 12th day. Me personally, I'm naturally very pale and I bruise and swell very easily, and I'd say after the 12th day I didn't have any bruises left on my face. The only thing I noticed was I had darkness under my eyes. So I had a lot of dark circles, and it wasn't necessarily bruising, it was literally just darkness under my eyes. I don't know where that came from, but that lasted quite a while actually. It lasted maybe, I'd say 2-3 months after, no, maybe not 3, about 2 months after my surgery. I was just making sure to be drinking a lot of water, and I feel like that did help. But now when I take my makeup off, I don't have any dark circles. I look perfectly fine. So yeah. Were you worried going under anesthesia? When you saw your nose for the first time, did you like it? I kind of already answered the second part to this question, but if I was worried or not, no, I wasn't. I thought I would be worried, like at least when I was getting rolled into the room. But no, I wasn't worried at all. I was more excited. I was definitely more excited than worried. And I remember when I woke up, like literally, it was done in like a second. Like, I didn't feel anything. I didn't even realize that the surgery was gone. Everything was just so smooth for me, and I'm just so blessed that everything went fine. And yeah, like I said earlier in the video, I did like my nose when I saw it for the first time. Possibly the most common question was how much does it cost to get your nose done in Turkey? You can get a really good surgeon from 2,000 all the way to 5,000 euros. And to be honest, I can't exactly say go to this doctor, go to that doctor. It really depends who you feel most comfortable with, who you feel understands your vision the best. I do know that some doctors do package offers, which would include, for example, the accommodation, the surgery, the stays in the hospital, and yeah, I think that was about it. The transport as well, I think, is included. But again, that depends on the doctor you go for. My doctor doesn't do the packages because he is a private doctor. So he was a little bit more on the expensive side. So once you've decided on the doctor you want to go for, I definitely recommend to just message them on WhatsApp so you can get a quote from them. And no, this isn't sponsored. I didn't get my surgery for free. I did see a lot of those comments in my previous 2 videos, but no, I didn't get the surgery for free to promote the doctor. I genuinely chose the doctor myself, and I paid for the surgery. So those were the questions which were asked on my Instagram. Now I'm going to go through the questions on my comment section on my YouTube videos, one of the girls asked, when did I stop using the bandage under my nose? You do get a bandage to put under your nose, which is supposed to catch the blood falling. I would say, I think I took that out on the 6th. Yeah, I stopped using that on the 6th day, so when I got my tampons and casts removed. You will actually continue to bleed for a little bit after your surgery. I think if you get some bleeding in your nose after like a month or two, it's not really much of a problem, as long as it's not like gushing out with blood. You will be fine if that's not the case. But yeah, even now, sometimes if I blow my nose a little bit too hard, I will get the odd blood spot here and there, but it's literally nothing to worry about. Okay, how are you feeling now? Do you think there is any side effects in future after rhinoplasty? I feel great. I feel really good. As far as the side effects go, there isn't any side effects. However, something which is important to mention is your nose does actually have a memory. So if, say for example, you had a really big bump on your nose, you may see the bump coming back, but it's not going to be anywhere near to what it was originally before the surgery. But yeah, it is possible for your nose to kind of have the same or similar shape to what it used to be before the surgery, but it will still look perfect. With me, I haven't had that. The only thing that I've noticed is my tip has dropped a little bit, and yeah, I mean, it still looks good. I don't mind it. But yeah, that is expected, because after your surgery your nose is lifted quite a lot, and a lot of people are scared that they're going to be left with this pig looking nose, but that's not the case. It will end up dropping down. Next questions are, how long did I stay in Turkey and which hotel did I stay at? So overall I stayed in Turkey for 10 days. And the hotel that I stayed at is called Cloud 7, which is about a 2 to 3 minute walk from Acibadem, which is the hospital where you will get your surgery done. Also, another commonly asked question was, how long do I need to be in Turkey for before I get my surgery? I don't know how it is for everyone. This is just what happened with me, but I was in Turkey one day before my surgery, and that day before my surgery is when I got all my blood work done, all of my scans and tests that I had to do. I had a final consultation on that day, and the next morning was my surgery. I was wondering if you could smile the week your cast was taken off. I got mine taken off on Monday and today's Friday. I cannot smile or move my upper lip properly. Did this happen to you? That's actually interesting. It did happen to me. It was a little bit I'm doing it now, but it was a little bit difficult to move my nose. That's just your skin getting used to your new face, basically, and your skin does stretch and your skin does get used to it. And yeah, I can smile and I can move everything fine now. And also another question that I got, which is kind of similar to this, is was I able to feel my teeth? And my teeth did actually get a little bit sensitive. I know the same happened to my other friends who've had rhinoplasties as well, but again, that goes within, I think mine went away after about a week. So yeah, it's nothing to worry about. These are all just temporary side effects from the surgery. Oh, I'm really happy someone asked this question, because I would have forgotten to cover it. But someone asked, does it hurt to sneeze after the rhinoplasty? And this is something I was so worried about, especially having it stitched. I didn't know if I was going to be able to sneeze or cough or that type of thing. But actually it's fine. You can't even feel anything. The force of the sneeze isn't strong enough for you to rip any stitching or anything like that. The most that could happen is you kind of shifting your tampons, but that's not a big issue at all, because they're going to be taken out anyway. And I wanted to say something else, hang on. But if you do feel the need to sneeze, then try to do it a bit gently, just in case, just to keep it safe, because, you know, I don't want to have you guys blaming me for getting your stitches out just by sneezing. I thought that after the surgery I wouldn't have much of an appetite, but believe me, I was eating everything. Even, oh my god, anywhere that you went to, the food was incredible. I do not recall a single place which I didn't like the food in. So yeah, I will be going back to Istanbul to explore more and to eat more food. And the last question that I'm going to answer in this video is, how long after getting my cast taken off did I have to wear a plaster for the swelling? That typically you should be wearing it for about 6 days. I didn't actually end up wearing mine for 6 days. I only wore it for 1 day, because when I went back to the consultation office, when the doctor had a look at my nose to see how I'm going, he actually said that I don't need it because I'm not that swollen. It is different for everyone. Some people have to wear it for a shorter amount of time. Others wear it for a longer amount of time. I know a few of my friends, they actually wear it for 6 days, I believe. I know someone who's worn it for 2 weeks. But typically it should be gone within 6 to 7 days, and it's something that you can remove by yourself. It doesn't hurt. I do actually cover everything about this plaster in part 2 of my rhinoplasty, so I'll link the video up here, you can check it out. In that video I also covered the aftercare, so that's really important that you check out as well. So like I said in the beginning of this video, if I haven't answered the question that you wanted me to answer, then that's most likely because I've answered it in the previous 2 videos that I've done, so please make sure you check them out before you comment down below. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way my nose is recovering. I'm still only halfway done. If you guys want me to do a 1-year nose job update, then please let me know in the comments down below, because I can get that done for you. It's gonna be the 30th of July. No, was it July? Yeah, the 30th of July, which is not that far away actually. 6 months isn't that long, but yeah, I didn't even feel the time go past. I can't believe it's already been 6 months. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, because that's where I get most of these questions from. It's where you can stay up to date with me, and I do interact with you guys a lot. Very often I post polls and those little question things on my stories, so if you want to get to know me better, or if you want to follow me my day-to-day life, then check out my Instagram, because you won't regret it. Make sure you like, subscribe to this channel if you thought this video was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye!